Hi, I'm Chris Janke of Core Balance Fitness. Are you a part of the 50% of working Americans who report back pain every single year? Do you have a plan to get fit without throwing out your back? Now, if the answer is no, let me introduce you to our accountability program. We designed this program specifically for men and women over 40 to help them get fit and healthy without worrying about their back health. Our online app gives members access to live classes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, with recordings available if you missed the live class. Our team also provides nutrition coaching to help members with your fitness journey, as well as programs such as the back pain protocol, Help I Threw Out My Back, weights, cardio, core, and flexibility. With our program, you have a personal trainer on retainer who will be there to motivate you and guide you throughout your fitness journey. From having more energy throughout your day-to-day life to losing weight, reaching those other fitness goals, you'll have a coach to reach them with. We understand that it's difficult when you feel like your body's breaking down or when your life responsibilities are holding you back from taking care of yourself, which is why we've created this program. Through our accountability program, we want everyone watching this video right now to take control of their bodies with lasting energy so they can live a rich life full of the vitality that you deserve. We're about to get started with this 10-minute class. This is a preview of the longer classes that are involved and included in this program. If you enjoy this free class, there's an option on how to take it to the next step with a free 30-day trial. In the meantime, let's get ready. We have a 10-minute workout coming right up. Everybody, we are on the recording. We are on live for the 10-minute preview. We're going to get started on one knee today. Today's Feel Good Friday, so we're doing all flexibility, relaxation today in especially in the first 10 minutes, but definitely in even the first 30 minutes today. So from here, you're going to lean forward, get that stretch in the hip flexor right here. You can interlace your hands, bring your hands out, palms away. Hands are on your leg, and we're leaning into it. If you're a little bit tighter in the hip flexor, maybe you've done a lot of sitting, you can pull it back a little bit, hold that position. Somewhere in that range. We're about halfway done, 30 seconds. So let it just slowly release into that as you lean in, lean on in. And we're breathing. Breathe, relax. Try to take it easy. Don't force anything in the stretch. Just let it relax. Now, before we switch to the other side, we're actually going to do a hamstring stretch here. So we're going to stretch the front hamstring. Take this, release out of that, straighten out your front leg. And we're going to go from here. So now we're going forward toward the floor. If you can't touch the floor, hold on to a piece of furniture, or if you have weights nearby, you can do something like this. Grab onto those weights, whatever you need to do to make sure you can balance and stabilize. Stretching out the front leg hamstring, trying to get that leg straight. 30 seconds. And then if you can, if it feels comfortable, take your toes and pull them back toward you. Flex the ankle and try to relax into it. Unwinding from everything in the week. All those workouts we've been doing, all the cardio, the strength, the weightlifting. Just trying to let everything relax. All right, and switch, other leg. So we'll start with the hip flexor. Leaning into it right here. Interlace your hands. You can bring your palms onto the front of your leg. So stretching out the front of the back leg. The front of the back leg right in here. That leg that's behind you should feel right in the front of the hip. If this feels tight, again, don't force it. This is the first exercise. We have a long way to go. Again, probably 30 minutes of stretching today. Stretching / engagement, light muscle engagement. All that feel-good stuff. And if you're joining on the preview, the 10-minute preview, if you want access to the full workout, try it out for a month for free. healthintherealworld.com. Check it out. Get on that free trial. And then those of you joining live in the Zoom room, stick around after class if you guys need any extra help, have any extra questions. So we'll work on that. All right, let's stretch the back of the front leg now. Straight leg. Again, we're leaning forward, getting the hamstring. We don't want to turn you into Cirque du Soleil performers who can put their legs behind their head. However, you do need a certain amount of flexibility. Even something as simple as this, you want to be able to reach your toes, to be able to put on your shoes, tie your shoes as we age, right? Into the 70s, 80s, and beyond, if we're going to take it there. So we want that full mobility. We have about 10 seconds left, and then we're going to be on our backs for the next series coming up. All right, here we go, on our backs. So knees bent, feet flat on the floor. First thing we're going to do is just let the back settle into the floor. Right? If you're tight in the spine or the neck, anywhere up there, it might feel a little bit weird, might feel like you have to crack your back or something like that. So just let it settle another 10 seconds and then we'll get into the next one. One of the best positions after a long day of sitting. This just resets your spine. All right, let's curl the fingers to the palms, knuckles on the side of your head, right on the temples. Bring your elbows in and then back, elbow curls. As you bring your elbows back to the floor, squeeze your shoulder blades together. As you bring your elbows forward, you're going to let the shoulder blades separate. So not just the arms, but we're taking this through into the shoulder blades, the upper back. Let's do another 30 seconds or so here. Try to relax your abdomen. Breathe deeply into your abs, right into your belly. This is a really good chance for you, all these basic exercises, really good chance to reestablish that breath. All right, let's go into a bench press position, elbows out to the side. Rotate your arms, your shoulders, so your hands go down toward the floor, and then bring it back up. So we're just rotating 90 degrees here, and then back up. Back to the breath, right down here. Bring it down into the abdomen. As you fill up the abdomen, you're going to fill up the chest as well. Big deep breath up all the way into the chest. Breathing is one of those things that you have conscious control over, but 99% of your day, you are not thinking about it. So if you are stressed out, your body will automatically go into that fight or flight, shallow breathing. Right now is a chance to take control of that breathing, conscious control, deep breath in, and then let it out. All right, next time down, we're going to touch the floor and hold. This is our starting position for the next exercise. We're going to bring the elbows together and the hands together right in front of you. Chest flies, and then all the way back. Touch your elbows to the floor, hands to the floor, and then forward. Now, this is a very simple, very basic exercise, but if you want to make it a little bit more challenging, you can. When you bring your hands together, your elbows together, you can give yourself a little extra squeeze. Squeeze your elbows together like you're holding on to a piece of paper, and then bring it back. When you touch the floor, press your elbows hard into the floor, press your hands hard into the floor. So that's an option. Make it a little bit more challenging. This one's getting the front of the shoulder and the back of the shoulder, building a little bit of strength and stability if you're adding that extra pressure. And if you're not, you're still getting that good range of motion here. And breathe. Good. Okay, let's go elbows to the floor, hands to the floor, just like we had before. We're reaching, gliding up overhead, and then back down. So sort of like an overhead press on your back. Keep the lower body relaxed. You're working on that breathing. Elbows are maintaining contact on the floor. Wrists and hands on the floor. Feeling that shoulder blade pinch. You're getting a lot of movement in that upper back, opening up that posture. And if you lifted weights yesterday, especially if you did bench press like I did, you'll feel some tightness maybe in the front of the chest. This is a great antidote to that. It's opening up the shoulders so that you don't end up rounding forward. We'll do a little bit more time here. We're spending a little bit extra time here today in each exercise, making sure we relax. Again, Feel Good Friday, flexibility, all that good stuff. Interlace your hands out in front. Pullovers. I'll give you 3 options here for pullovers. Option 1 is your hands are interlaced out in front and you're coming up and over. Option 2 is you can take a light to moderate weight. Hold that between the hands and go up and down. Option 3 is add some leg raises if you want to add in some core. 90-90. As you go up overhead with your arms, you're going down with your legs, and then bring it back up. If you're doing the leg raises, try to keep your back flat. Abs tight, lower back flat. And you're still breathing. A little bit more challenging as your abs are tight, but still keep your breathing under your conscious control if you can. Try to synchronize it with your movement. All right, and rest. Okay, coming up next, let's stretch out the hamstring a little bit. Bring up one leg, grab on behind the knee, and let's extend that knee extensions, and down. So straighten out the leg and bend. Try to keep your foot flexed. So pull your toes toward you the entire time as you're straightening out that leg, squeezing the quad in the front of the leg, stretching out the hamstring in the back of the leg. We got 30 more seconds, and then we will switch to the other side. So just notice if your hamstring is tight, your body's going to have a tendency to do one of 2 things. Either you're going to have to stop the range of motion short, or it may end up compensating, twisting, tucking the hips. Try not to let the tuck happen. So keep your hips pressed into the floor and just try to straighten the leg as much as you can, even if you can't go all the way. Let's go ahead and switch legs. So straighten the leg, bend the leg, really focusing on the relationship between the quad and the hamstring. Squeezing the quad, stretching the hamstring. Getting both of those at the same time. 30 seconds, halfway done. This one again, no abdominals. This is all about the quad. And then stretching the hamstring. Next exercise, we're going to be on our back still, so stay here. We're going to transition pretty soon. How much time we got? Right now. Okay, let's go ahead and cross one ankle over the other knee. And then from here, we're going to do flappers. That's our level 1. So it's a push here, pushing the knee away, and then pulling it back. Push, pull, right here. Level 2, if you want to challenge yourself a little bit, is you would do leg raises. You pull that up and then lower back down. Pull it up and down. So up to you, flappers or leg raises. This is a level 1 day for me. I am not going to be ambitious today. Relaxing, taking it easy. 30 seconds. We need these workouts where we're just doing ranges of motion, not really trying to push too hard. Doing these workouts allows us the recovery to push harder on those other workouts. So if we're only doing the hard pushes, eventually we're just going to burn out. We're not going to have that capacity to go hard anymore. So this is a very important foundation for those harder workouts. Okay, go ahead and switch legs. Or if we're doing other things like hiking or running, any of those straight line, or bicycling, any of those straight line cardio moves where it might be only moderate intensity, but we're doing the same thing over and over and over again. So we're getting those muscle imbalances because we're developing those patterns of movement without doing the cross training. So this is very important. Even if you're doing level ones, still vitally important to the rest of your fitness program. Ten more seconds and we will be flipping onto our stomachs face down. And if you are walking, running, biking, weightlifting, this is going to be a great one for you, the quad stretch. Let's go face down. Grab on to the foot. Pull the heel toward the glutes. Right here, we want to make it active as well. So squeeze the glutes, push your hips down to the floor. Squeeze your abs to flatten out your lower back. And we are holding. Hold. 30 seconds, halfway done. This is the best way to get the quad. If you do go running, you're on the trails, you'll see people doing quad stretches standing up. Nothing wrong with it necessarily, but you can just really, really isolate, focus on the pelvic tilt. You're not overdoing it by pulling your leg too far behind you. You have that floor to line you up. All right, let's switch sides. Other leg, other leg. All right, pull that heel toward the glutes. Squeeze your glutes, push your hips down to the floor. And we're still relaxed, we're still breathing. Try to take it easy a little bit. Halfway done, 30 seconds. Those of you sticking around for the entire workout, we are just getting started on our stomachs. We have a few more exercises here in this position. Those of you on the free preview, we'll leave you for now. See you on Monday. Enjoy your weekend. If you do want to sign up for the full thing, again, healthintherealworld.com. Sign up for that 30-day trial. All right, guys, we are next up doing a pigeon stretch. So face down, we're going to tuck the leg under. I got my right ankle directly in front of the left hip. So we're just going to hold that. See if you can bring it back. Let me show you guys. So if we're right here, if your hip is tight, this is what you're going to look like when you first start. As you start to loosen up, you're going to pull it back just like this. So pull it back, pull it back, pull it back, pull it back. Once you get to the point where you can't pull it back anymore, then you can start going and leaning forward. So we want to make sure we get the hip in position first mainly to protect the lower back. And then we can start leaning forward over the front of that. So very effective if you're doing it that way.